What is up, LudyBros Army? It's your boy, Big Bro Lamar Ludy, and I'm coming to you today with some more NBA content. It's almost time. We're getting closer. We're getting closer, folks, to the NBA making its return from this hiatus that it's had to go on. And ESPN has been doing a little series going over each team, kind of catching us back up to date. I saw this video, Scottie Pippen, on if Jason Tatum right now can be the best player on a title team, and I want to check it out. I want to see what is ESPN saying about it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to my girl Rachel Nichols here. She's going to get us started off, and let's go ahead and let's see what they're talking about.
Guys, we've been running a fun series here at The Jump, taking a bunch of the teams that are competing in Orlando and catching you up on where they are.
All right, let's see where this is going.
So very long since you've actually seen them on the court.
It has been a while. It's been a few months.
Your favorite TV show comes back from hiatus. We've covered the Sixers, the Rockets, and the Bucks, and today we're going to continue with the Boston Celtics.
And here we go. My Celtics are up next. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the Celtics.
When you're going over the king, two hands, ladies and
Look
gentlemen.
at that dunk. That was such a huge game, that Celtics versus Lakers game.
Well, he's like that perfect Boston fusion of Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie, able to take over games.
They got rid of.
Can't wait till Kimba's back, 100% healthy.
Kyrie Irving.
It's certainly not Kyrie's fault.
You think?
All right, I'm just going to jump in here real quick. Kyrie Irving, you know what? He had to go. I remember when we brought Kyrie over, I thought, okay, this is perfect. But I don't know where his head's at. But it's he wasn't a good mix with what we have going on in Boston. I think Kemba Walker is just a much better fit. I'm so excited to see how they're going to do with him coming back from his injury. Hopefully he's 100% healthy, and hopefully we can get this rhythm going.
It was your fault?
Yeah, I do think it was my fault.
Having the right
That was
leader.
good by Danny Ainge taking the blame.
It's just a better vibe, Paul. It's just
Yep.
a better vibe.
Much better vibe. Look at Marcus Smart hustling off Kawhi's foot.
Snickers consumption is right there on the floor.
Shame on you.
Hayward underwent surgery on the hand he broke over the weekend. He won't be back until
Man,
around
Hayward.
Christmas. So at least,
Injury
we
prone.
can bring back, you knew it was coming. Hayward!
Oh, dear.
Yeah, any long-term worries here?
Their success will greatly depend on Kemba Walker and his
Yeah,
health.
that's true.
Most points allowed in
That
the
is
fourth
true, but
quarter.
hopefully with the emergence of Tatum.
1972.
That was ridiculous.
Pulls up from the wing.
Look at that. Where you at, Clippers? Where you at, Kawhi? That's on Paul George. Kawhi's not even guarding him.
He is an absolute problem.
My best friend from back home, he called me, he like, bro, LeBron just gave you, he just shouted you out.
I think he's making the leap to.
You know, that Jason Tatum's emergence, it just, I really hope that he didn't get thrown off. If anything, I hope that he's feeling more confident now. Time's going to tell, but I'm just looking forward to seeing how he's going to come back after this break. And hopefully he's coming back in attack mode. We need him to be attacking.
What is this, third year? It's that time.
time.
I don't want to give him superstardom right now
Right.
until I see what he does in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. We got to see what he does in the playoffs.
All right, as you just saw, LeBron James taking notice of Jason Tatum's play, and not the only one. Since February, the 22-year-old is scoring
Let's
29
see. Here's the question.
points
Is
a
Tatum
game.
capable of being the best player on a championship team?
Number one option on offense. Now, Scotty, the Celtics have title aspirations now. Do you think Jason Tatum is already
Pippen with the
now
braids.
capable of carrying that best player on a championship team title?
Rachel, I really do. I think this has been a breakout season for Tatum. He started out this season sort of on a mission to separate himself from the other players who've grown and developed, as well as really showing some leadership, I think, by becoming an all-star this season. But his scoring was really starting to peak right there. He had, again, separated himself a little bit from the other players to show
You could just tell
that he was...
let me just step in right here, Scotty. You could just tell that the game was slowing down for Tatum a lot. He was taking his time. He was getting to his spots on the floor. You could just really tell that the game was slowing down for him. And here in his third season, he's just feeling so much more comfort out there on the floor. And plus, with the removal of Kyrie Irving from the situation, he's able to get into a flow more often. So that's, just a big step, a big positive step for Jason Tatum going forward.
Leader for that team. And I think if this team is to make a run, it has to rely on Tatum's ability to carry them offensively. And I feel
You
like
still have
he's
Kemba, though.
totally ready.
You still have Kimba, though.
Nice.
Scotty, I think you'll probably agree with this. Even as good as some of their other players are, to really make a massive difference in playoff games over and over, you've got to have good size. And, Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart are going to have moments. They may win them individual playoff games.
7 more
but we've
points,
just seen
an extra rebound,
got to be that
3 percentage points better. And look at that, look at the 3-point field goal percentage.
And this is the $100 million question. Whether we get
Kemba's sitting out 6 of those games, so he's really getting that ball a lot. That's going to be a big thing.
Contract in all likelihood in this offseason, and they're investing him in their future. So
that's going to be a big thing coming back, is how is Kemba going to mesh with Jason Tatum, putting Kemba Walker back into that backcourt? How is that going to mesh? That's the big thing. That's what we're really looking for as Celtics fans.
They're gambling that this is going to be their guy.
Well, Brian, you mentioned height. If you weight by playing time, the Celtics are actually the third shortest team in the entire league. They don't have a starter above 6'8", and that is interesting, right? The Bucks are going to be the top seed in the East. They certainly do not lack height.
Shortest.
Brian, do you see the Celtics' height coming back
6'8",
to
6'8", 6'7", 6'6", and 6 foot?
Yeah, this is like an audacious move. It didn't get as much attention as the Rockets because Brad Stevens did this in the preseason when he decided to do this. But he's like, look, my best players are all 6'8" and under. I'm going to put my best players out there when it matters. And they haven't gone after a big man replacement. This is what the team they want to roll out. And the reason it's audacious.
Just remember, though, you're starting those guys. I like Tice. I like him a lot. I think having him on the court is actually one of the big reasons why Jason Tatum was able to take such a big step forward, because Tice does a lot of little things. Being a European player, he does a lot of little movement that the big men like to do over in Europe that we don't see quite as much from the big men here that come out from college going into the NBA. He's doing a lot of off-the-ball screening while he's rolling to the basket. He'll clear that lane out a lot of times for Jason Tatum to get all the way to the rim. So I really like Tice, but we have Enes Kanter coming off the bench. He's a bigger guy. We've got some bigger bodies coming off the bench. Taco Fall. So I think that we'll be okay as far as the size goes.
This is because the team that's one of their biggest rivals is one of the biggest teams we've seen in recent NBA history in the Philly 76ers. That's a team that they've struggled with. They like their chances against the Bucks. Against the Sixers, it hasn't been so good. And that's why these seeding games are going to matter, because guess what? Today, that would be a first-round matchup, and I think the Sixers like how they match up.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about the Sixers, I'm going to jump in and there he is right there. I was just about to talk about it. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, you're only going to go as far as those two guys take you. And, I'm not going to put my eggs in the basket of a guy who can't shoot. Who can't shoot, if his life depended on it.
What about you, Scotty? How much do you worry about height with the Celtics?
Well, I think the Celtics are a very dangerous team. I don't worry about it with that team. If there's any team out there that can get hot and those young players can come together, do it collectively, they're a very scary ball club.
That's right.
I'm not going to worry about them. I think that they're going to have a great opportunity based on the fact that the same preparation is going to be for every team. It's going to be a short window of preparation. So I think their style of play, again, if they can shoot the basketball well and get those guys going, they could be a difficult matchup. And I think that's how they're looking at the coin, is that how our teams are going to defend us instead of how we worried about defending the bigger size. And
that's right.
Size out on the basketball
you got to match up with us too. There's two sides to that coin.
I think that's absolutely right. We expected maybe the Celtics would make a move at the trade deadline, right? To sort of maybe bulk up their height, bulk up their...
No, we don't need... I'll stop you there, Rachel. We didn't need to make any moves. I felt that this team, as constructed, is going to be able to challenge for the NBA championship. And, everybody's going through this. Everybody's going through this COVID-19 pandemic. And, this is going to be a tough year to win a title. It's not going to be a cakewalk to the title. It's going to be a tough year because there's a lot of unknowns that are going to be taking place. So I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get back into the action. Thanks for sitting down with me and checking out this video. Once again, this is from ESPN. So go check out ESPN and see, look for your team, or you can hit us up. Hit us up down in the comments below. Let me know who your team is, and I'll be glad to sit down and talk about them, check them out, and tell you what I think is, how everything's going to shape up for your squad. We know how I feel about my Celtics. I think we got a chance coming into this potential playoff run. All right, well, thanks for checking out this video with me, and I will see you guys in the next video.